Welcome inside the State Champs Studios for another edition of Hockey Time. I'm Jonathon Kidd along with Sean Baligian. Sean, it is MIHL Prep Hockey Showcase Week.
Yeah, you know what, John? It sneaks up on you. You and I were just talking. I can't believe it's going to be February already, but this is, as I say, the granddaddy of them all, and boy, do we have some fantastic games for you this week. Not only the games we're doing, but, I mean, just great games on all three rinks all weekend long. Make sure you get out there.
State Champs Hockey Time is presented by our friends at the Alta Equipment Company. We're going to talk about the 4 games we're going to be streaming on Friday a little bit later on in the show. So, Sean, let's talk about some other matchups that are going on this weekend at Trenton.
Yeah, all 3 days, John, there are fantastic games. You know, I always like to say, see you at the rink. We better see you at the rink this weekend. I think Thursday, one that jumps out to me, Lakeland and Saginaw Heritage. You know, Saginaw Heritage still one of the best players in the state. You know, certainly going for them. Lakeland, a great story, no doubt about that. Obviously, John, a pretty darn good goaltender there, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
What about Riverview Gabriel Richard against Forest Hill Central?
Yeah, I really like that. I think 2 teams that are still trying to find their way. You know, you saw Forest Hill Central take a big step up. Obviously, with Riverview Gabriel Richard, they had to endure some losses, but Ricky does such a great job with that team and, you know, building them up. So I think 2 teams that want to keep going like that.
Hey, and the Bay City Wolves are going to be at the Prep Hockey Showcase for the first time in school history. We saw them last week at the Chelsea Showcase.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing them, no doubt. And that's a good matchup against Calumet. Nice to see Coach Giacchino. That's one that jumps out to me. I think Bay Reps and Heartland could be a lot of fun. That's one that I think a lot of people have a good eye on. I'm going to go back to Forest Hill Central again. I like that team. I think there are a lot of pieces about that team to like, and they have a good matchup against Lakeland as well. And John, Brother Rice and St. Edwards, Brighton and Notre Dame.
Clarkston and Lake Forest.
Yeah, just darn good games. You know, that's the good thing. Hey, Stevenson, GRCC, you know, 2 guys that have been going at it for a long time in Coach Mitchell and Coach Slobodnik. So there is something for everybody there. And then, John, we haven't even gotten to Saturday yet. What a fantastic schedule it is on Saturday. Marquette and Salem is one that jumps out to me. Salem's been playing so well lately. OLSM, St. Ignatius, Bay Reps, Brighton, Brother Rice and Clarkston. Huh? What a fantastic one.
Heartland, De La Salle.
Yeah, that's a beaut. So,
and then of course you got Byron Center against Detroit Catholic Central. What do you see in this matchup? 1 versus 2.
Yeah,
in your rankings.
It is
your rankings. Remember that.
Yeah, 100%. I think Byron Center has some depth. I think that depth is going to be put to the test. I mean, because you're talking about, you know, said it once, said 100 times, Catholic Central, they roll those 4 lines. Byron Center has a good defense corps. Byron Center has, you know, one of the top goaltenders in the state. CC can vouch the same thing. So that's what it's all about, to have this type of weekend where you can see 1, 2, and 3 kind of going like this is awesome. And certainly that's what it's all about. You know, Byron Center, obviously right now, I think they're the team to beat in Division II. Right now they're saying, hey, you know what? Maybe we can make some bragging rights for supremacy at the tippy top of the high school ranks in the state, and they have an opportunity to prove it. That's going to be, I mean, John, to me, that's the game of the weekend. It really is. No disrespect to any other game. I think Houghton and Catholic Central is right there with it because, again, you're talking about the best of Division III right now taking on the best of Division I. But I think BC and CC is going to be very, very special.
Talk about the city of Trenton coming out in support of this, the hospitality, of course. The pressure is going to be on Rebecca, Keith Knighting's fiance, to bring the Fig Newtons this year. So I heard they went to Costco already. The figs are ready for you.
I need Fig Newtons. That's become a tradition for me. No, it is. I mean, such a great community and such a great hockey community. And when you talk about, I mean, even pulling up, you know, the guys out there getting you in with the parking. They got the barrels out there with the fire, and they're all layered up. And most of the times it's snowing when we go down there. It's
not going to snow this week.
Doesn't sound like snow this year, but John, just a great community. I mean, make you feel welcome from the second that you pull into the lot. and the smiles around the rink, you can't put a price tag on it. It is so well run and just a community that supports not only their Trojans, but supports the game so much. It's awesome. I always love heading down to your neck of the woods, John.
It's great that the 3 rinks are right there at the Kennedy Recreation Center. You can watch the games. Also at Selly.
Yeah, you know what? They got some good eats in there too. And I think it's pretty cool when you can do that. You can walk to one side and, kind of look down and watch the game, and walk to the other side, and then just walk down the hallway if you want and watch a third game. And that's what's fun for me, John. I think before we do our games is the running back and forth. Our first game is 1:00, but, I'm going to be at the Feldman Arena to check out a little bit of this one. And then, okay, let me go see what's going on with Howell, and let me go see what's going on with Forest Hills and Hancock. I'm really intrigued to see Hancock. Obviously, it's great to see them take the step back up. So that's a fun part about it, is running all over.
Time now for our Warrior Hockey Player of the Year update. So, Sean, our top 10 stays the same. This is the time when after the showcase, we start making some changes.
Yeah, we told everybody that we had a feeling this is the way it was going to be last week. And, well, this is the way it's going to be. But I promise you, there are always moves. We call it moving week for a reason. And there are always moves. And I need to reiterate, when you are in the spotlight at arguably the premier event of the season in high school hockey, and all the eyes are on you and you up your game, boy, it's hard to keep a name off the list. So don't be surprised if you don't see multiple moves. Or, John, you know what? Maybe the guys on the list say, nah, we're going to hold serve and we're going to be the guy that flexes the muscle. But, there are some guys that have been knocking on the door for a few weeks, so the opportunity certainly exists for them to make a move this weekend in Trenton.
And we want to remind you guys, too, if you get removed from the top 10, you do have a chance to get back into the top 10. This doesn't mean you're done. You're not going to win Player of the Year.
Yeah, we've done it multiple times where a guy is moved off and then moved back on. Heck, we talk about it all the time. I think one of the goalies last year, Levi moved off, moved back on, and then what he did in the playoffs couldn't be denied. So, yeah, absolutely, it doesn't mean the end. All eyes are on you. It's not just the fans. It's the media. It's the coaches. It's scouts that are there. So when you perform under the bright lights, boy, that says a lot.
You can cast your vote for the top 10 at our website at statechampsnetwork.com. And that was our Warrior Hockey Player of the Year update.
Attention State Champs Nation! Applications are being accepted right now for the Detroit Athletic Club Foundation's Male and Female Michigan High School Athlete of the Year Awards. If you are a recognized first-team All-State athlete in a sport or projected to be one this school year, if you have at least an overall 3.0 GPA, and if you have demonstrated leadership through the school or as a community volunteer, we want you to apply. 6 male and 6 female student athletes will be nominated and each awarded $1,000 towards college expenses. The winners will receive $5,000 each. The 27th Athlete of the Year Awards will take place at the Detroit Athletic Club the evening of Monday, June 3rd, and streamed live on the State Champs Sports Network. Nomination applications will be accepted through Friday, March 31st, and this is important. You cannot be nominated if you do not apply. Download the application today at dacathleteoftheyear.com. That's dacathleteoftheyear.com.
All right, it's time now for our Coaches Corner, brought to you by our friends at the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association. I am joined today by the head coach at Trenton High School and the president of the MIHL, Chad Clements. Chad, welcome to Hockey Time.
Hey, great to be here, Jonathan.
So it's finally here, the MIHL Prep Hockey Showcase. How special is it for the city of Trenton and for you guys to host this every year?
Yeah, this is a special time for the city of Trenton. The Parks and Rec Department does a great job. We got a lot of volunteers from the city that come out and put on a great weekend of hockey. Again, we have 42 teams this weekend looking to make some noise before playoffs, looking to play some of their best hockey. We're going to have a lot of fans, not just obviously the community members, but we're going to try and pack this place and obviously bring in some scouts so that we can promote high school hockey and move some of our players on to the next level.
Tell us the process of how a team can apply for the MIHL Showcase.
So usually in late March after the season or early April, we'll put out applications. Usually it's about 3 weeks. We give teams to apply, send information to me. After that, we get a committee together of MIHL people, sometimes head coaches, sometimes assistant coaches, sometimes athletic directors, and we sit together for hours, sometimes in person, sometimes online, but we review every single application. We look at the year that the team just had, and then obviously we try and predict with a coach's representation of what they think they'll be like in the next year. We try and get that, like I said, to 42, and sometimes we pick right, sometimes we pick wrong, but we try and get the best 42 teams every year in the state to compete here.
In all of our years that we've been covering the showcase here on State Champs and Hockey Time, Sean loves it, the hospitality room. I'm just letting you know right now, we've been talking about already the Fig Newtons, so I heard that Rebecca is going to have a big pressure on her hands making sure there's Fig Newtons for Sean.
Everyone loves the hospitality suite. They take care of all the scouts here, all the media people, the coaches, the referees. Mrs. Springstead retired this year, so she's the one that's put it on for, the last 15, 20 years. So we've had some people from the city, some parents from our team step up, and they will have Fig Newtons as well as some other hot meals for everyone. So like I said, we're looking forward to it, and that's one of the cherries on top.
How special is it for State Champs to be live streaming for the games on Friday?
We can't thank State Champs enough for doing this show and everything that you do for high school hockey and promoting high school hockey and its players. We're trying to improve the product each and every year, and to have you here at the MIHL Showcase and then live streaming 4 games, it's a lot. I know it's a lot of work on you. I know it's a lot of work on Sean as well, but we appreciate it so much to try and build and continue to grow this brand of hockey here in the state of Michigan, to get everyone that we possibly can to come and play for their high schools, and then hopefully move our kids on, like I said earlier, to Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 level juniors and beyond. So we're very, very thankful for you.
Talk about your guys' team this year. Talk about Trenton. You guys have been off to a good start this year.
We've been playing well pretty much the whole season. We've had a couple of losses, a big loss as of late, and what I tell our kids is season's going to go up and down, and we need to learn how to battle adversity. And so when things don't go your way, or when you're not playing your best hockey and you suffer some adversity, you have to rise up. You have to learn from mistakes. You have to learn from losses, and you have to continue to improve each and every day. And we want them to do that as hockey players. We want them to do that in the classroom. We want them to do that as young men as well. So we always look forward to this weekend. We got some great competition with Marquette and St. Francis. We look forward to it and hope we play our best hockey, and with only a few games left in the season, hope we're playing our best hockey by the end of the year.
And how's my cousin doing? How's Caleb doing?
Hey, Caleb's doing fine.
And it's Caleb Kidd, my cousin Caleb.
Caleb's doing well. Again, 6'4" frame there. I think someone referred to him. He's going to kill me, but someone referred to him as a tall drink of water, and so he's been getting that a little bit. But great attitude. And
also to your goaltending play, because obviously Noah Miklos is in our wall, but you also have Evan Civi that's been playing well for you guys.
Yeah, we're very fortunate. We have 2 goalies right now. Miklos being the senior and Civi as the junior. Both of them playing really good hockey right now and giving us chances to win. So they're both very competitive. We've been rolling them the whole year, and I think our team plays very confident in front of both of them. So again, we're very, very fortunate. Those guys have been playing wonderful for us.
And lastly, I'll always ask each coach this on the Coach's Corner: what do you love about coaching high school hockey, and how special is it to you that you've been a part of this Trenton hockey community basically your whole life? Very fortunate, and I have to thank my assistant coaches, Keith and Nate and Donnie and Jeff. All the guys have been part of this tradition. All of them are former players. All of them now
coach high school hockey to give back. They want to give back not only to the community, but to the high school and to the individuals on the team. A lot of us learned not only hockey skills, but other skills in life playing for this program, and it was very special to us. We want to keep that tradition going. We want to put our kids in the best situation so that they can see what success is like and try and find it as much as possible.
Well, thank you very much, Chad, for joining us on the Coach's Corner. We're looking forward to this exciting weekend here at Depth Showcase.
Thanks, Jonathan. Again, everything you do for high school hockey.
And that was our Coach's Corner, brought to you by our friends at the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association. And it's time now for our Wall Award update, brought to you by our friends at Warrior Hockey. So, Sean, it is moving week.
Yeah, it is. Much like we were talking about with Player of the Year, we've seen a little bit more movement with the goalies as of late, but there could be more movement. If a guy comes out and puts on an absolute show, there's no way you can keep him off. I remember a few years ago, Cooper Black from Alpena, a lot of people were talking him up, but then we got a chance to see him up close and personal, and he was as advertised. He immediately went on the list, and obviously he's gone on to quite the successful career in college and probably beyond as well. So, John, all eyes are going to be on you, and especially when you're a goaltender, a lot of the eyes are already on you. So an opportunity for a guy to take a big step up in Trenton this weekend.
You can cast your vote for the top 10 at our website at statechampsnetwork.com. The leading vote getter will never get removed from the top 10. And that was our Wall Award update, brought to you by Warrior Hockey. All right, Sean. State Champs Game Time Live this Friday at the MIHL Prep Hockey Showcase. We're going to be streaming 4 games.
I love it. It's fantastic. It's a long day, but make sure you get your rest. That's what I'm going to tell the whole crew beforehand, because it's a long day. But John, it's fun. I mean, that to me is fun. And Cranbrook is turning into a good story. There's certainly a goaltender that people are going to want to keep their eye on, and TC Central, so many good stories. I mean, not only one of the legends, but a story that we'll be telling you a little bit about during the course of the game as well. Just a fantastic kid on that team. That's called the teaser. And I'll tell you what, those 2 teams on the ice, that's going to be a fun game to get it all started out for us.
Yeah, that game will start at 1 o'clock between Cranbrook and Traverse City Central. How about the game at 3:30 p.m. between UAD Jesuit and East Grand Rapids? These teams played in last year's showcase.
Yeah, I like it a lot. And if you remember, EGR was a work in progress last year, and they came this close to finishing it in Division III, as we all know. They're not going to sneak up on anybody now, and I think that's just the way they like it for the Pioneers. The Cubbies, we talked about them at the beginning of the year. I think there's a lot of talent there. It's about bringing that talent together and maximizing that talent. And they went through a bump in the road, but I tell you what, with their schedule and playing a game like this, battle tested is going to be something that you're going to be able to say about UDJ. This should be a fantastic game, and we're very pleased to be bringing it to you.
And next up, it's the 5:30 p.m. game on Friday between number 1 Detroit Catholic Central and number 3 Houghton. And these teams played each other last year in the showcase. That was a big crowd. That was a big environment. There was a lot of views on our YouTube page. I expect a big crowd again on Friday.
I told both coaches privately, thanks for scheduling that. That's awesome. We all win. They don't have to do that. Either one of those coaches, you don't have to do that. But to say, hey, depending on who you're talking to, Holton, number 3 team in the state, they don't have to schedule a game like that. But it looks good on Cal to do that. It looks good on Micah to do that. And we all win because of that. So it's going to be fun. People are intrigued to see Houghton 2 years in a row, one of the best teams in the state. And there were some questions coming in to this season about, how would the Gremlins be not only losing some of the players they lost, but losing a great guy like Corey. And Micah has done a fantastic job. And Catholic Central, the train keeps rolling. What a great weekend for them, Johnny. The train keeps rolling, so it's going to be fun. Can't wait for that one 5:30 on Friday.
Our last game that we're going to be streaming on Friday night at 7:30 p.m. is number 8 Trenton against number 9 Marquette. I'm sure we're going to have another big audience from the third base, the restaurant up in Marquette.
I love every second of it. I think two teams that right now are probably teams that one I would say is probably number 2 in Division 2, and the other I would say is probably number 2 in Division 3. And I think that they're both going to come at you hard. I think they're both going to, do what they have to do to win every shift. And I think that's a testament to what Coach Clements does and certainly what Coach Garrow does. I think that is a dandy of a game to end Friday. It really is. That's one of the games. John, I know we were talking about other games, but that's one for me. Two teams that play that way in the marquee matchup, I guess, of Friday night is awesome. So we're really happy to be bringing that to you. And we'll say hi to everybody in Trenton because they're already there, but we'll say hi to everybody up in third base in Marquette as well, because I know they'll be sitting there watching that game. And that is, to me, John, again, just one man's opinion, I think that's one of the games to watch for the entire weekend.
You can catch those 4 games on our State Champs YouTube channel starting at 1 p.m. on Friday. And shout out to our sponsors, the Alta Equipment Company, Lawrence Technological University, Warrior Hockey, the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association, the MHSAA, and how about Fago? They're going to be coming on board for this broadcast for your 3 stars of the game.
Oh, I love it. Thank you very much. We're looking forward to that. Welcome aboard. And to echo what John said to the rest of you, thank you so much. We can't do this without your help. So thank you very, very much. John, it'll be a fun weekend. It always is. Can't wait to be there.
And quickly on Fago, what's your favorite flavor? Is it grape? Is it red pop?
I'm a rock and rye guy. I've always been a rock and rye. Although if you catch me in that mood, boy, that cream soda's pretty good. It's that cream soda. Sometimes you're just in the mood for that cream soda. So depends on what day it is. It's either rock and rye or cream soda.
It's going to be a fun weekend down in Trenton. And make sure this guy gets the Fig Newtons.
Please? Yeah, I love Fig Newtons. I don't even hide it. So, they always find a way to take care of it, no doubt. And the teams on the ice always find a way to entertain all of us. Can't wait. Let's drop the puck and go.
And also, too, we might bring in guests during out the broadcast. So, coach, if you're a coach and you want to jump on board, just come up to the booth.
Yeah, I'm not going to call anybody out. He knows who he is. But one coach said that he would love to come on with us, so I'm going to hold you to that when I see you in person. But, yeah, John, that's the best thing. This is a celebration of hockey. It really is. It's a celebration of where this great game is in our great state. So if you're hanging around and you'd love to come on with us for a couple minutes to talk about your team or talk about the game as a whole, we'll have you, no doubt about that.
And again, you can check out those games on our State Champs YouTube channel starting at 1 p.m. on Friday. So, Sean, are you ready for this weekend down in Trenton?
Yeah, it's a long weekend. It's certainly Friday's going to be a long day for us, but what's the old saying? It isn't work if you're having fun. It's going to be a heck of a lot of fun. Hope to see you all out there.
State Champs Hockey Time is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Be curious, make magic. The future of education begins at ltu.edu. State Champs Hockey Time is also presented by Alta Equipment, Michigan's #1 construction equipment provider, proudly representing the industry's top brands. Get the right equipment for your project every time with Alta Equipment. Warrior Hockey is proud to support Michigan High School Hockey Player and Goalie of the Year awards. Warrior Hockey is made for this. The Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association, celebrating the 50th anniversary of high school hockey in Michigan. For schedule, scores, and standings, go to the hub, MIHSHockeyHub.com. The Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. And Michigan Army National Guard, proud sponsor of the Michigan High School Athletic Association.